Buenos Nachos, amigos. Welcome once again to the Hallyujuku Fun Time Extravaganza. I'm PD Rave, your man with no plan. Now you can actually see me. Holy crap, these are too bright. I just remembered I didn't turn on my lights. So like I paid like $20 for these lights. I'm gonna use them.
Gotta soften them.
Yeah, I know. We are here, of course, to talk about some East Asian pop culture goodness on Hallyujuku. I'm Peter Ray, your man with no plan. Here with me is the still on this earth for not very long, Brandon Cooper, aka King Kaz. How you doing, Kaz?
Hello. It is another week. It's another week to talk about music, K-pop, and all kinds of things. So we're gonna do that.
Yep, we're gonna do that. Of course, we start talking about at the beginning of our episode. We start with what's new, what's caught our attention since we last met and last hung out. Kaz, what's new with you?
We've been replanning to do more of our drama talks and stuff, but in the light of that, I've been trying to catch up on our variety shows and kind of do all that stuff. So I've been catching up on 2 days, 1 night. I'm gonna watch a couple episodes of Running Man tonight, and I don't know. I just wanted to put that out there. That yes. I've been doing that because those are all shows we love talking about too. So
yeah.
At some point, we'll finally be caught back up with those and bring those up a little bit. But
I digress. I'm like 2 levels deep of uncaught up because of a previous attempt to catch up while watching the new episodes. So there's 2 layers of missing episodes of 2 days, 1 night for me.
Yeah, I finally in 2 days, 1 night, I finally got to the introduction of the new host or the new member of the show. So that's been pretty fun. Yeah, watching that person adjust to the craziness that is 2 days, 1 night.
Yeah, that's
all right.
Sure. Yes,
but as I said, I digress. We also like to bring music, and I got some what I think is some really really good stuff. Mm-hmm. So first up is our boys from Dynamic Duo, which I may have had this on before, but we're getting to that point in the year where, you know what? If you had it on before, it doesn't matter because it's just good shit. And sometimes talking about it again ain't bad. But it's Dynamic Duo featuring just a list of people. You roll out a list and they're probably on it. Yeah. Not really. But it's Primary, who probably did the musical composition and then beat and all that stuff. Boy B. I wanted to call him B-Boy. Crush and High Five. And it is a jam. Yeah. It is a rocker.
Yeah, High Five. Yeah, it's a jam. It's pretty lit, man. It's pretty lit, fam. It's lit, fam.
Dynamic Duo is always one of those groups. I wasn't going to say people, but Dynamic Duo is always one of those groups that we enjoy very much. Like me and P always kind of enjoy Zion T.
Yeah,
just anytime we hear anything from Dynamic Duo is so good. And this is a little bit of a different sound for Dynamic Duo. But they rock the hell out of it. And it is so good.
It's definitely
listen.
It's like borrowing a little bit from the sounds of some of the things that the younger kids are doing. And then decided to almost kind of say all right, well, we can do what y'all doing better. And I think they did a good job. A good job of doing that sound and making it their own. And it's a really good song as a result.
Yeah, you know what? It's one of those things, right? I kind of tend to respect when you kind of can take a older sound and when you can take an older sound with a new school artist and hear them on that, and you're like, oh, you know what, they did really well on that, and it kind of gives you a respect for them. And I kind of like that Dynamic Duo took a newer sound and was like, yeah, we could do this if we want to. You know.
Yeah It's what's really cool about this. I like just their whole persona is always really cool. It just the music is really cool. The feel of it is really cool, and it kind of has a fun vibe to it.
Yeah, definitely. So definitely worth going to check out. It's over on 1-K, as kind of 1-K can never do any wrong. So go check that out.
Yep.
Now, if I wasn't in the wrong episode, I'd tell you our next song. But no, all right. Our next song is from our girl, Hyuna. Another can do no wrong for us. With her new jam coming off her new mini album, her 5th mini album. How's This?
Yeah.
Now,
What the?
I wasn't 100 with this song the first time I heard it. I didn't feel it like right out of the gate, but kind of like second, third listen, I was like, this is a good fucking club track. Yeah. And I was like, you have to respect an artist who is going to be like, you know what? I'm going to put out a good club track. You know what? I'm going to put out a good ballad. I'm going to put out, like this person that can do all kind of different stuff. And Hyuna is one of these people. She can definitely show a range of shit. She generally likes to make party music, which there's nothing wrong with that. But
she likes to turn up.
She does have a good range. Yeah.
She likes to turn up and get sexy. Yeah. That's kind of her thing. And I think it does it effectively. I think there's a lot to like. Like the way it builds up in the chorus and kind of how it breaks down. I mean, the verses are okay, but like I think it has a really fun energy. Is it Hyuna's best song? Not really, but no. But it's fun. It's a fun song. It's a fun club banger. Makes me possibly resent Skrillex a little less for killing for a minute. Yeah. But yeah, it works well. I mean, the video is a little uninspired, to say the least. I mean, but Hyuna looks great
with a song in a club. So with the video,
it's kind of going straight forward. I mean, Hyuna looks great, like fucking sexy as hell. Like, my goodness, yeah, yeah, she looks amazing. You can't deny it.
But I enjoyed it. I do enjoy it. Like the second, third time around. When I thought about it, after I took that realization, like, you know what? Hey, it's a club banger. Like that's what it is. Like I'm not gonna like think about anything else. Like I'm not gonna judge it against like all even judging it against other Hyuna songs. You just can't do that, right? Because it's each song kind of sometimes needs to stand on its own. And I'm kind of giving Hyuna a pass because I'm like, I want to see what the whole album's going to sound like. Because I enjoy Hyuna. So let's see how it melds with the rest of the album. Now, if it sounds weird compared to the rest of the album, then I'm fucking done.
But yeah. Goddamn, she looks gorgeous. I'm just completely distracted. Just looking gorgeous as hell. But yeah, last but not least,
onto another person who can generally do no wrong in our heart, and has just been putting out banger after banger for me. Like, goddamn, I need a discography at this point for this man. Like I need to prepay for any albums that he's gonna put out. Benzino, song is called January, featuring YDG. Oh, so good. So good.
So cool.
So good.
So cool. Yeah, Benzino has just a cool style to him. It's just, and it translates well to this track. Also, this track is funny because this is a track, have you seen the video of YDG coming out rapping with his baby strapped to his chest and his dog? This is a track that he does it on. He's got his baby like on his front of his chest with big old headphones, walking his dog on stage, rapping his part. It's a great video. You should also check it out.
Like YDG is just a crazy dude, and it's so good.
Yeah. Benzino.
Yeah. Like, but it's like I don't know what it is, and like Benzino in the past, like I want to say in the past year, has just been showing such a fucking range of like his own talent, like just like you just think he can't come up with a different like I don't know where he's getting these producers, but like the beats are so different from each other, but there's like they fit Benzino so well, like it's just so creatively done, and it's so good, like and he has such a different rap style on all of them, and he's just so good, man. Like I fucking love Benzino.
Yeah. I did notice he had to include the dab in there. Apparently, it's now everybody in K-pop is dabbing. Like I was watching the Cruiserweight Classic, the WWE Cruiserweight Classic, and old TJ Perkins was hitting the dabs on them. And to raucous response for the crowd, they seem to enjoy it. Just, did it move? Dab. He did an invasion, another dab. It was kind of magical. But yeah, Benzino, fantastic.
Now I want to go look for the performance of this just to see YGG.
Yeah, with his baby. It's hilarious. But yeah, those are some good tracks. I have some interesting kind of a selection of tracks. I'm basically just a collection of girl group tracks. Because I'm the girl group guy, I guess.
Yeah.
Nine Muses A. I guess there's somewhat a subunit of the 4 of the 6 remaining members of Nine Muses as it stands. Nine Muses A came out with their track as a unit. Lip to Lip, or Ipsure Ipsur. I'm wondering if maybe they should consider changing the English title to Mouth, or lips on lips, or I don't know. Lip to Lip sounds a little weird, but that's what it is. Lip to Lip.
This is a song about kissing, or your first kiss.
Kissing. Kisses. I will say it's a pretty interesting, good song. It's an interesting. It has its moments. It has some disappointments as far as like the hook and stuff like that, but has its moments, and I think it's overall a good listen. I will say, it is kind of hilarious to watch 20-something-year-old women do the whole gathering like schoolgirls getting excited about a possible first kiss. Like you don't look like you're grown ass women. You don't make sense. With that being said, it does provide some interesting visuals. They do look great. The video is what it is. It's kind of like it's everything about it has been done before. It's kind of standard. But it's nice. The visuals are nice. It has nice colors. I think overall it's a good song, not great, but I like it. It's an interesting listen. I don't know. What did you think, Kaz?
I don't know. I thought it was kind of like cutesy, and then I kind of tend to not like the cutesy stuff, but the song arrangement was still really good anyway. I think it was the video that kind of put me off.
Yeah.
So like I just kind of listened to the song, and I was like, you know what, I kind of enjoy the song. It's fun. Yeah. It's fun. It's kind of silly, and it's cool. Like the video is a little off-putting because, like you said, it's a little bit too much to see like girls that old doing that kind of concept in that way, like where it's very kind of junior high, like middle school, like oh, let's think about, imagine, if you will.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't know. I don't hate it.
Yeah, but I do appreciate Sojin does look fantastic in the video. Hers is a little bit of a different look, where she's a little bit more of like the passion. And I do gotta commend them for giving the girls some fan service with the full screen ab shot.
Yeah,
a little bit. You know what? Good for them. They can't hate on that. Giving all the fans something to enjoy. But overall, yeah, it's not a all-time great song, but it's a good song. It's a fun listen. I can hope that this at least does somewhat well. Nine Muses as a group is not doing well. And you feel for them. You feel for them, especially like the brand has been going on for so long, and at this point they've gone full jewelry, as I like to say, and they no longer have any of their original members. With the last Exodus, with the most recent Exodus, so it's going to be interesting what happens going forward for Nine Muses. But you know what? This was an enjoyable listen from that camp. I just hope for good things. Also the cliche, the guy we've been thinking about is the same guy. Oh, he's a cheating bastard. Oh. At least they left it till the end.
Yeah, that's always kind of like, so it's always a funny thing.
Yeah, ridiculousness. Yeah, another girl group that is still hustling, getting themselves out there, and replacing members and losing them. D.Holic.
Yeah.
D.Holic is a group that I've enjoyed from their debut to like the tracks that they put out, but they've had a shuffling of the membership, having 9 depart immediately, and I believe another member, I don't remember which, depart recently, and they recently have been on like the music shows and doing their thing with a new track, and it took until like recently, I think like just a few days ago, for this music video to finally come out, even though they'd already been like on music shows and stuff like that. I guess it was delayed.
Also, I will say this, right? I like the song. The song's not bad in any way. It's a good song. This is a lazy looking video because it looks like it's just live to tape, and then they kind of just stitched it together and released it.
Yes. This is old school dance in a box video. Didn't even do it. I would say hardly any color correction. But I would say it's not. I will say that there was a lot more editing work, because they definitely jumped around a lot, from shot to shot, almost frantic. Not to say that they stayed in one shot for very long, because they definitely jump cutted like a billion times. But yeah, D.Holic, Call Me Rad. If you didn't catch what I was talking about, it's a fun song. It's a fun track. It's interesting. It's cool. It has that like same like cool fierce energy to it, and they perform it well. I think that's what I've said it a billion times, that I'm still looking for that next. I'm still always kind of, what is always going to win me over and get me into a group is a fierceness and an attitude more than anything else. Like, cute girl groups are okay, but like, if you give me like a fierce, confident sexiness, I'm like, I'm going to follow. I'm going to be interested. So I think that's what I really like about D.Holic. They've been able to kind of have a good like fierce energy. I will say I'm still confused why EJ is perpetually behind that mask. at music shows, interviews, this music video. I thought so. She had been on music shows and a couple of interviews in that mask, and I was like, and it was one thing because you would, if it's just a thing that is there, and you would think it was a fashion choice, but in an interview on I think on Arirang's YouTube page on Pops and Soul or something like that, they talked about well, what's this person's features that you like? And it's like, well, I like EJ's nose, and I mean, we can't show it to you right now, but she has a really nice face. Like, why? And somebody in the comments said that, well, because the music video hadn't come out, so it's like, I guess they were hiding her, but the music video's out, and she's still in the mask. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like,
maybe it's her style. Maybe that's what she's just like. You know what? I like.
I'm like, I speculated on the comment section that I was wondering if she's in witness protection, but she still want to go out there and make music because it's always been her dream, or if maybe the swelling hasn't gone down yet.
Maybe.
She just it wasn't her time.
Like I said, this music video looked like it was filmed quickly. Like they finished a music show and then they were like, "Yeah, everything's." Oh fuck, we forgot the music video. Start getting on your phones. Wait, can we rent this place? Yeah, we need cameras. This, that. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. We need to today. like call the stylist in. Like. All right, and then just edited it in the car and then just threw it at a music station. Play this. Some poor PD in the head with a CD. Ow, what the fuck? Throw things.
Throws a disc. But I wish D.Holic well. I hope things are things go well for them, and they can last a long time. Or at least a few more songs worth of time. You can only hope for so much. This is a struggle out there. Speaking of long-lasting girl groups, this isn't much of a major track. It's a station release. It's kind of one of those fan music videos, those fan songs. But I figure for me, for what it, kind of a connection to me, I figure I'd talk about it. Girls' Generation. Kiyadum, I think Sailing or That Sail or something like that, or 0805, on Station. It's basically an anniversary track, but it's nice. It's nice to kind of, it's pretty. It's not the best, but it's nice. I just wanted to bring it up because it's kind of cool to kind of celebrate, Girls' Generation. And them lasting as long as they have. The ninth anniversary. Obviously not completely intact all the way through to the 9th year anniversary, but still mostly surviving 9 years together. Not going jewelry, not going to a lot of the other, not going full 9 muses. It's more or less just one member that left, but was not left, but more or less pushed out. But it's a nice sentiment. What was your feeling? What were your feelings, Kaz?
It's not a bad song. I don't, and I kind of enjoyed it, but like you said, it's just a sentimental song for fans. You kind of already got to be a fan for it to really, really mean something to you.
Yeah, and for me, for me, I always have my heart always has a connection to Girls' Generation, considering they were the first group that I really got into. Literally, it began with I think literally the first episode of the show was me asking you, "Hey, why am I so intrigued watching these girls babysit a baby?" It was like Girls' Generation, Hello Baby, and it's just a matter of us discussing that, and then it all began from there. So it's it's just a nice thought. Girls' Generation will probably always have that piece of my memory and a piece of my heart being you can't forget your first. You never forget your first. The first group you stay in. And Girls' Generation were my first. So it's a nice thought to see them last so long. And to many years more to, go on, or maybe, like 1 or 2 years more, and then they just move on to their post-Girls' Generation career. But still.
Can't wait for those reunion tours.
Oh, yeah.
Too bad we'll never get one for 2NE1.
Nah. Lindsay ain't having that.
Yeah. Maybe in some years.
Yeah, I mean when
once YG is gone.
At some point, time kind of like lets things heal, and you kind of look back sentimentally, and you kind of are able to like, move on and come together and not be bitchy about it. And we can only hope. But yeah, that's all for what's new with us. Kind of, short, kind of succinct. Which is good. Like, injure yourself. What the hell?
Yeah. No, I'm getting weird ass work emails about a performance review that I've never seen, and it's gone through like every portion of my company, and then I get like an email that's just like, manager has signed off on this. And I'm like, all right, I didn't need to know that. Then it's like another email. Manager has signed off on performance review. I'm like, all right, fine, cool. Why do I keep getting the email about it? Then it's like, HR has signed off on performance review. I'm like, God damn it. I don't care.
But yeah. Well, speaking of things we do care about, we get to our headlines. Find some topics. So see you on let me make sure you have audio. See you on the flip side. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our headline segment. Yeah, I really do need to soften these lights. They're just kind of these straight LED lights. It's like these little ones, like these little ones that I just have on top of my monitor. I'll probably look for something.
Basically, just get some soft white paper that won't burn, and then get a box and fit the box around it, tape it, and then tape the paper to the box.
Yeah. Well, the cool thing is it won't burn because these are like just these LED bricks, so they don't run hot like at all. So I could probably, so I don't have to worry about like temperature at all.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. All right. Yeah, that being said,
just head to your local Michaels and do that.
Yes. So that being said, hot lights and all, we talk about our headlines. This is some fun Schadenfreude to begin with our headlines. Got7 fans throwing hands, pulling hair during Hong Kong concert. I won't read the Asian Junkie article because it's just kind of, there's not much to it, and it's mostly about like the Asian Junkie. But we'll see what happened was. So what happened was, and I saw this on Reddit before I saw it on Asian Junkie. It was a classic case of a fan site owner allegedly was using a fan's head as a tripod, or as like not just a tripod, like as a stabilizer, without her permission. And that person took offense to that, and not so much. It actually didn't take offense to it. She simply just resisted mildly, and let's just say the fan site owner didn't take too kindly to that. You see that it's pulling the hair. Yeah. And trying to kind of control them. And apparently there was also striking. And then there was injuries Like,
Girls is crazy.
these fan site owners are crazy, especially the boy group fan site owners.
And you could totally tell she gave her that look and that like, do you know who I am? Do you know, like, you could tell that was totally going on.
Yeah, it's like, how dare you, be, what your insolence, it's like, and it's kind of ridiculous. This is the primary reason. Well, this is one of the reasons why I am glad that Kpop Night Out at South by Southwest has never had a boy group, and I hope they never will. Because every time you hear about these crazy fan site moderators, fan site admins doing some crazy ass shit, it's always the boy group ones. It's always like the boy group ones, like GOT7, like EXO, like back in the day, TVXQ, like it's always them. It's like this is one of the things that I hope never. One of the things that I hope never happens for Kpop Night Out is A, I hope they never invite a boy group, and B, and I hope they never become all ages. I hope they stay 21 and over. It's like, I'm sorry, I don't need no chitlins in my K-pop concert. It's like, nah. Y'all little like 16-year-old girls that were waiting outside in the parking lot to listen to Dean perform, y'all can stay out there. That's cool. I'm sorry. I know this sounds cruel.
They have KCON, so
yeah, that's true. They have KCON, LA, and New York. So
one day we'll
do KCON. I'm tempted to do it. It's just to make content and make video about it. Just because it seems like it's like an actual convention. Not that there's a lot going on, but there's actual like panels and there's a showroom floor. So it's like an actual convention. It's not just the Countdown concert. So that's what I want to check out.
Maybe like, yeah, you know what, I was thinking about it and I was like, maybe not, but now that I'm thinking about it, maybe if we can figure it out and like do shit correctly, maybe we should do KCON one day. Maybe be able to draw in some listeners and like do some show floor stuff, maybe even like, since our show has been around for a while, maybe see about getting some press, doing some interviews, some cool shit.
Oh, that would be cool. Probably be easiest for you would be KCON New York. Just kind of train up there or something. Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, because I don't think either one of us really want to go to LA.
Well, I kind of do, but it would be more fun to do it together in New York.
I mean, I'll go to LA if I have to, but
but yeah, we like New York. I know how to get around New York.
It's always nice.
Cheaper travel, and I know how to get around New York. I know New York, so that's much better for me. What's the craziest thing you've ever experienced? And have you gone to any like K-pop shows? And if not, what's the craziest thing you've ever experienced at like a concert or a show? Like,
I haven't gone to any K-pop shows. I went to like a couple of like club thing DJ sets when I was in Korea, but like the craziest thing ever was probably like when they had like Do Tour and shit actually come through Baltimore, and like we had cool shit happen here. Like they had like the like 4-stage band thing or whatever, like, and you could just like walk in, but like there was stage there and whatever, and it like kind of took over all of downtown. It was like really cool, and just like kind of walking into a mosh pit, like, because you're going towards the other stage. So like there's a stage facing that way and there's a stage facing that way, and then there was like kind of a chill ass band over there, but then there was a rock group going over here. So you're like, oh, I want to go see, oh, I'm in a mosh pit, holy shit. I need to not be here anymore.
Have you ever witnessed anybody throw hands?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
It's always an interesting moment. Suddenly, it's like, yeah. But come on, people, get your shit together. I got you, Mark.
Yeah.
Stop it. Just no.
Respect your fellow fans.
I did like that on.
Have a good time.
Yeah, I did like on Reddit. Somebody did say that they were in Vegas and a random old Korean man put their camera on his head to take a picture of some scenery, and he just kind of stood there and accepted it. That's all I can imagine, like seeing his face. It's like just like the this is my life now expression that must have been on his face. Is like, yep, this is what's happening right now.
Right,
an old Korean man has his camera on in my head. Yeah.
What? I don't. Okay. All right.
I don't know either. I don't know. I don't know what prompts somebody to say, you're my tripod now. Like, okay. Do I know you? Excuse me, sir? What's your name? But yeah. Speaking of things, I don't know. Speaking of nothing. China reportedly bans Korean TV content talent. China appears to have confirmed that it is to ban South Korean content from its TV screens in reprisal against the Korean government's decision to deploy the U.S.-made Terminal High Altitude Area defense missiles. State-owned China Central Television reported that SARFT, China's broadcast regulator, had banned the airing of Korean TV shows with effect from September 1st. Some social media sources, however, said that the news reports was a fake. Of course, this is a news report on Chinese news, so you never know. South Korea says THAAD can only be used defensively and is necessary to defend against attacks from North Korea. Or on Wednesday, North Korea fired a missile that landed in Japanese territorial waters. China opposes THAAD deployment, which is scheduled to take place next year, as it says the missile system radar can be used to spy or cross borders into China. Politics. China bans Korea stuff. This could be, if true, this is a this is a caveat. There's always a chance that this is completely apocryphal. If true, this is kind of major because a lot of K-pop acts' ultimate goal is to go to China. This is big for Tiara. This is big for a lot of acts. What are your thoughts, Kaz?
There could essentially be some politics behind something like that. But in general, things between Korea and China have seemed to be going well in some senses. So it's odd, but I understand China gets very, very strict when it comes to the spying and hacking stuff like that. Like as soon as they think you're spying or hacking in any way, they do turn really quickly. So
they're strict on a lot of things.
Yeah. So I can see them burning bridges over something, that they determine is a possible risk. Because like I said, they in general have been seeming to be more welcoming, more friendly to the other Asian countries. But when it comes to these things, they are definitely very, 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 very like when it comes to those kind of things, they get really strict and very like, oh nope, no, like taking my ball, like taking my ball, when I'm going home.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I have a commenter saying that. He's an American who's lived in the mainland for over 10 years. It says that anything posted by CCTV outright lies and stuff like that. So he kind of is refuting the idea that this is going to happen. Because Korean media has a pretty strong foothold in China, and they have a nice popularity. It's a big reason why. It's honestly, it's the only reason why Running Man is still on the air. If we're being honest about ourselves, it's because it's popular in China. Like the consistently last place variety show that has in the public eye lost its tooth and probably gained it again, but has had its back ups and downs. The only reason it's still on the air is because the brand makes money in China. And there's a lot of like actors and actresses and artists that make money in China. So this could be major. It's always a little disconcerting when politics gets in the way of like just people liking stuff like music and movies and TV shows and stuff. You know, like the fact that so many Chinese artists were under pressure to like toe the Chinese line on the whole South China Sea thing. You know, including Faye, including, you know, Victoria, our girl, like so many artists had to kind of do that because, you know, if they didn't, they would face so much bullcrap from Chinese netizens. So it's a little bit annoying when like politics can get in the way of something that is so apolitical. I mean, well, for the most part, I mean, music can be political, but it's K-pop. Like, other than it being a soft propaganda campaign, it's pretty apolitical. It's just music, man. It's just music and like TV shows. Of course, there's the chance that that this is all bullshit because it is Chinese media. So there's always the chance that it could be all bullshit. Because again, Chinese people love their Korean TV shows and Korean, you know, movies and music. So it's gonna be hard to imagine them just like saying no, go away. People making, you know, producing media that that makes money in our country, go away. But I guess I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Like so many things we talk about on the show, we'll have to wait and see what's true, what's not, and what happens. But yeah. Moving on. I think something a little bit more lighthearted. Kaz.
Yeah.
Have you? I'm wondering. Have you thought about spicing up your bowel movement life, your poop life?
No, I have had a lot of people starting to talk about the squatty potty and like assisted like thing that's supposed to put your knees in the proper position to help you poop better. And do that, but other than hearing about that, I just poop. That's what I do. I go in there, take my phone, and I relax. It's pretty much all I can do.
Yeah. Well, you'd be surprised to know that there's a lot more variety. I've actually been checking out the squatty potty. I might consider getting one. But yeah, Japan's 48 ways to poop is here to uncork your colonic creativity. They say variety is the spice of life, so this Japanese website is ready to add some piquancy to your class 2 bathroom proceedings. Imagine eating the same exact thing for every meal every day. How long do you think it will take you before that became thoroughly soul-crushingly dull? And yet so few of us question the sort of monotony at the other end of the digestive process. Now, though, there's a guiding light illuminating the untapped variety of where the sun don't shine. Yes, by following the illustrated examples of Japanese website 48 Ways to Poop, you could be dropping a deuce in a new way every day for nearly 7 weeks, or a somewhat shorter period of time if you have a diet that's particularly rich in fiber or fried foods. As a comprehensive compendium of colonic commuting, 48 Ways to Poop includes many of the time-tested standards such as orthodox and the inner thigh. Many of us have also employed the bellyache and the air seat at one time or another, as the former is a favorite of those who've eaten too much chili, and the latter is a savior of those with the ill fit of using the toilet after them. But with these mundane methods accounted for, 48 Ways to Poop quickly progresses to more inventive poop plans, such as the upright forward bend, the dynamic 4-point brace, and the demure side saddle. I'm a poopin' side saddle. Sports and athletic fans will want to try the empowering sanchin, named for the kata practice routine of Okinawan karate. And the Ina Bauer, who shares his name with famed German figure skating, who made this pose the cornerstone of her performances on the ice, not in the bathroom. If you're more about the mental than the physical, the meditation may be a way to align your aura and as you void your bowels. Also perfect for stoic stool session, the seiza, Japanese style of kneeling. Those with a lack of physical affection in their daily lives, yet an abundance of clearance behind their commodes, could be the ideal practitioners of the lid hug. I always figured the lid hug was when you at the end of the night, when you've been drinking too much. That would be the lid hug. Craving a challenge sounds like it's time for you to attempt the Y pose. Or the Tokoroten. And finally, for those looking for the ultimate test of their toilet technique, behold the handstand, which could always end badly. What is your favorite out of these? And which one are you gonna end up?
The like Spider-Man looking one, the wall crawler, as I'm calling it, is pretty fucking funny.
Yes. This is
the other ones just look like gross. Just no matter what. Like, you're just going to end up with problems no matter what with the rest of them.
There's a lot of, I mean, you could probably, the meditation, it could work out well, kind of.
Yeah,
Maybe. The lid hug is a little sad. The Y pose, that one takes some skill. That's a challenge. That could end up with a messy lid. It could end up. It's got to have some good firing distance. Yeah. And the handstand's way too advanced for my blood. It just seems like a recipe for poop on your head. Yeah.
No, that is a recipe for poop on you. That's a recipe for poop on you. Just on you, in you, around you, just in you, just like in places you don't want it to be. That's where poop is going to be.
Yeah. You're just going to have to accept it. Poop will get everywhere. Yes. Wonderful. God damn it. I love these wacky Japanese websites. But yes. Speaking of things in the end,
it's a weird transition.
I don't know. I've had no transitions whatsoever. This brings us to the end of another fantastic episode of Hallyujuku. Kaz.
Yes.
What have you been up to?
Putting out content, doing DKG things, and dying slowly. slowly dying. End of days.
Yes. Yes. Of course, he's a King Kaz. I'm a PD Rave. The show's a Hallyujuku. Keep an eye out for more things on rebelli.net. We beta tested something kind of fun and dumb, PD Brett and Junk, where me and Brett hang out and then just shoot the shit ourselves. And then we watch some dumb sports or some really fun, like kind of interesting out of nowhere sports, or like our first beta episode. If you didn't catch it live, I might put it up edited as well. We watched the Korean baseball organization All-Star Game shenanigans, like the things around the All-Star Game, which include, of course, the home run derby, but also Bunt King, which is a bunting competition where they had target circles down either baseline where they bunted into like it was like freaking shuffleboard. And Perfect Pitcher, which is where they threw a baseball at bats that were stood up on upright, like 9 bats, I think with magnets, and they tried to knock them down for points. This is
See, that's a lot more interesting than just having a home run derby.
Yeah,
having a good skills competition.
Exactly. So we watched that. You can't watch us watch that because there's no point in me recording that or editing that because that'll just get knocked down for copyright. But once I put it up, the edited version,
reaction video,
you can watch us talk a little bit about it, or our thoughts, or you can also follow us online. Follow me or follow Brett at HeyBBibbard, HIBBITYBIBBARD, and we'll let you know when we come out live for our next beta episode and what we'll watch. It'll probably be something interesting or fun or something from the Ocho, some random sport. You never know. So keep an eye out for that. But that's it. Hallyujuku.com. Hallyujuku on Twitter. Kpoppodcast.com if you want to share it with your friends. Rebelli.net for this and other shows. Rebelli TV on YouTube and Twitch.
Well, didn't I tell you? Don't you know?
I was waiting for that. iTunes, Stitcher, all over the place. Subscribe, like, share. Until next time.
The end is coming.
If Kaz survives, hasta los huevos.
Give it to me straight, Doctor. Give it to me straight, Doctor. Why, I think you're crazy. Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.